everybody, welcome back to Baseline Farms. My name is Jade. Thank you to everyone that commented and reached out to me regarding the last video. You know, that was a really tough one to record. Yeah, that was a really tough one to record for me. So, but today is Monday, and you know, it's been so beautiful. The sun's been out. It's just been gorgeous all day. Yesterday was Easter, and it was just beautiful all day yesterday. We didn't really do much yesterday besides hide eggs and candy. That's pretty much it. So today I'm gonna harvest all these onions. Now earlier today I harvested some onions that were going to flower, and I was reading up on when to harvest the onions, and I could have sworn that, you know, last year I harvested them about July, somewhere in July. And so I thought I was gonna have to harvest the onion in July, but then I noticed some of them that were flowering, and they were the ones that I thought were red onion, which now I pulled them out. I think they're like green onion. So I have a ton of green onion. I think that's what it is. See, we don't know that variety. My dad brought it over, and I just planted it in the garden. But I know it's some sort of onion, so it smells just like onion. It smells delicious. So I did harvest a bunch of those. So now I'm gonna cut the onion tops off. Now already inside, I've already prepped the garlic. So you need some garlic, and I already roasted the walnuts instead of the pine nuts, and Parmesan cheese and oil, olive oil. I use olive oil. So I'm gonna cut these tops off because they say that if we cut the greens off on some of the articles, and I read several different articles, and I can't even tell you which ones because I read so many of them, because I like to get, you know, as much information as possible, especially if I don't know anything about harvesting these types of plants. So I read up that if you were to cut some of the greens off, that it will send a majority of the energy, or all of its energy, into the bulb. And so that's what I'm gonna do. And it also says that if the onion starts to flower, you want to harvest it right away and use it right away, because it does not store well. If you allow it to flower, then it's going to turn the bulb mushy. I've never had that experience because, like I said, I've never grown this much onion. Last year was the first time I ever grew onion. So let's just harvest this onion tops, and let me show you how I make the onion top pesto. Alright, so this is what I've harvested. That is a lot of onion top pesto. That's amazing. So now, before we go inside and start this onion top pesto, I just wanted to show you the tulips. So I did plant the tulips a little late, but oh my goodness, they are so stunning and so beautiful. So let me give you a quick peek as to how the tulips are doing before we run inside and make this onion top pesto. Look at how stunning these are. Aren't those so beautiful? Now I planted a variety of different types of tulips, all in these little flower pots in front of our garage. And so let me show you the other tulips that I planted. All right, look at these tulips. Look at how stinking beautiful that is. So gorgeous. Now this one is by far my favorite. I think these ones are the same, yeah. Look how beautiful and purple. It has an orange tint to it. Do you see that? Look at that. That is just so beautiful. So beautiful. So I have some other ones in that other wine barrel across the way, but I just planted just a variety of tulips in here. Some small ones and big ones, yellow, white, you name it. So I cannot wait to see how this is going to look once they all come in. So that's just going to be so beautiful. But let me show you the other container. Now this one is pretty much the only one that has opened up, this beautiful orange one. It looks like it has some yellow at the bottom. And then we have, this one looks like it's going to be white and like a few different white ones, and then these look like they're gonna be purple. Oh, it's just gonna be so gorgeous. I cannot wait to see what it's gonna look like. Oh, I just love tulips. I did not know when I planted them that they only bloom once. I thought they give like many blooms until one day a guy stopped by the house and I thought something was wrong, and he got out and he took pictures of our fire truck because we had a bunch of tulips in it. And then I asked John, I was like, hey, some guy came over and was taking pictures of our tulips, or yeah, of our fire truck. And he says, yeah, because those flowers only bloom once. I had no clue. So then after that, I just went crazy and bought so many tulips and just planted them all. There's some in the fire truck, there's some in front of the house, there's some in those little half wine barrels. So many of them. Okay, so let's go inside and let me show you how I do that onion top pesto. All right, so this is all those little onions that I harvested. Doesn't that look like a green onion? Look at that. So yeah, I harvest all these from that little square bed in the big garden. And I know I could probably still use the tops of these for some onion top pesto as well. I don't see why not. But I think this is all green onion. So I'm gonna have to figure out how to preserve this. Okay, first let me show you the apron. This is the apron that I made. I have 2 pockets right here and a pocket right here on top. And this is what the back looks like. That's what the back looks like. So yeah, so this is my little custom made apron. Okay, so this is what you're gonna need. So I've already took everything. I already prepped all of the garlic. This is just a pinch of salt, which we're not going to use all of it. We're just going to take a pinch out of this. And then we have our olive oil. Then I have my Parmesan cheese, which I'm going to grate before I put into the food processor. And then of course we need our onion tops. So I'm going to go ahead and rinse off the onion tops, and then we're going to get all this ready to go. Okay, so I have grated the Parmesan cheese right here, and then I've chopped up 6 cups of onion tops. And then I kind of pinched off, you see how it's kind of brown like that? I just kind of pinched that off, and I'll give those to the chickens. I also have the walnuts, and you're gonna need half a cup of olive oil. So here are my toasted walnuts right here that I've already toasted it, and toasted them, and I have cooled them. So they are ready to go. All right, so first what you're gonna do is you're gonna add your onion tops, I'll show you, right into your food processor. And what I like to do, because I've noticed that sometimes the onion tops can get kind of stringy if they're not babies. And so I like to do that first. And then I add in the garlic and the walnuts. So I just kind of pack it in there, just like that. And good. So now I'm just gonna put it in this mason jar. And there you go, onion top pesto. Doesn't that look so good? Look at that. All right, so now I'm just gonna go ahead and make the rest of the onion top pesto, and I'll show you how many containers we get from what we collected.